Oh, Jesus H. It's not going well. Hello! Hi guys, and welcome back. It is no longer Halloween week. I hope you all had a fun tabby-dabby-dozy Halloween. I certainly did. I know that I said I was going to do a Halloween get ready with me. I did try to film it. I'll insert the footage here. I'm not 100% sure that it's going to pick up all the colours and stuff. You're just not getting the colours. It just looks terrible. It's not worth it. No. Okay, so I will see you guys on Monday. As you can see, the quality was horrific. My lights haven't arrived yet. If you do anything to do with studios or YouTube or whatever it is, you'll know that using house lights doesn't really work. So that's what happened, and I'm sorry I didn't get to do it. If you guys would still like this tutorial, I'm very aware it's way after Halloween, but if you would still like this tutorial, I know I said I was going to go as American McGee's Alice and that didn't happen, and then I said I was going as a vampire and that didn't happen. I thought, actually what I really want to go as is a unicorn. I did go as a unicorn for Halloween. So if you would still like to see that tutorial, then like this video and comment below and let me know, and I will still do that for you guys. Okay, so on to today's video. So I saw on YouTube this woman, and I'll link her video below because this wasn't my idea at all. I saw that people are using water to create a flawless foundation, and it sets it in place all day. And I thought, I love me some, you know, full coverage. I love me, you know, all day staying power. So I thought, I'm gonna try this out. And I have everything that you need to do. It's actually really, really simple if you're brave enough to dunk your face in cold water. I'll do everything once. I am really, really excited to try this because everyone knows the foundation that I switched to now is the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I absolutely adore that foundation. I've also started using the Professional Matte Rescue and just the Professional, and they have created such an incredible look on my face. Like it's amazing compared to what it was. So I'm really, really actually happy with my foundation game at the moment. But if I can step it up even more, I would be ecstatic. Yeah, so let's get into it. So the first thing you want to do is go and put on your foundation and concealer and blend all of that in. Don't put any eye makeup on, don't do your eyebrows, don't do your contour, just foundation and concealer, and blend that all in how you normally would, and then stop. So I'm going to go and do that now. So I'm back and I've put on my foundation and concealer and blended all that in. Please don't tell me that my foundation doesn't match my skin tone. I know. I need to go and get a new one. I'm not as tanned as I was. So I really struggled to find instructions on this. So you take your translucent powder and a damp sponge and you put on as if you were going to bake, but put on a lot more than you normally would all over your face. So I'm going to do that now. Powder puff, that. Yeah, I've switched to a powder puff. They did say a lot more. My entire life is now covered in translucent powder. Okay, so I am covered in translucent powder. I'm now going to fill my bowl with water, cold water. I'm presuming cold water is what you use. Again, I couldn't find any instructions, so I'm going to go with cold water in the sense that that would set it. Fill bowl with water. Try not to splash camera. Okay, so I have my water here and I've got my translucent powder on my face. So I'm just going to, and a towel as well, to pat it dry, because I believe you pat it dry, you don't smear it dry, you don't pat too hard, you just try and pat away the excess. You just pat away the drippy bits and then leave it to dry, as far as I understand. Water! So I'm just going to submerge every part of my face and pray and hope this works. Oh, look how cloudy that is. I've just patted away the excess. I'm going to remove this bowl of water because I'm the clumsiest human of all time. Okay, so I'm back. My face is still very, very, very wet. At the moment, it feels cakey, and I'll bring you in. I as you can see, I've still got water drops and everything on my forehead, and because it's not completely dry yet. It looks unbelievably cakey. It doesn't look good at all, and it's picking up like all my little moustachy bits. It's picking up like every little pore and detail in my face at the moment, which, you know, I use the professional to avoid this. So we're gonna wait for it to dry, we're gonna dust off the excess, and then I'm gonna put on a full face of makeup and we'll see what we think. Even my phone is covered in translucent powder. Oh, I can feel it dripping down my nose. I've like patted it dry, but I feel like it's gonna go everywhere. Well, we'll just wait till it dries. Why does Mummy look like a cake? Yes, why does she look like a cake? Oh, don't nuzzle, don't nuzzle. So this is, it is dry. It still feels very wet, but I think that's just my eyebrows that are wet as opposed to my actual face. It still looks very cakey. If you can see, there's now bits of white powder all over my face. I'm just gonna dust off the excess with a clean brush. Okay, so I've done that and it has taken off a lot of the excess, but my issue is still that it looks very, very, very cakey and not like real skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and we'll do a final check-in and see what I thought of this whole process. Okay, so I'm back. I've put on the rest of my makeup, and final verdict, I hate this. So I'll list my issues. Issue number 1, it makes me look very, very tired, and I don't know whether that's because it's peeled off some of the concealer and the concealer didn't like it and I should have done it without concealer and then add a concealer after. I don't know, but I feel like I'm more sunken in than I usually would be. I haven't been sleeping, as if you follow me on Snapchat, can you not? If you follow me on Snapchat, you'll know that I've been having like a real big overhaul with my business, and I've changed a lot of stuff up and I haven't really been sleeping. But usually with my creams and my makeup, I can usually sort it, but I feel like it's made me look very, very tired. Issue number 2, it's really patchy and it's like pulled up so much with my imperfections that I spend so long trying to cover. Final issue number 3 is that it just looks bad. It just doesn't look good. It just looks terrible. Using the water method for setting your foundation is a big no-no. What I am going to do though is I'm going to take you through the rest of my day, checking in at random intervals, and we're going to see how it wears. Because if it wears well, then this could be something I use for a night out, because in a club people aren't going to see my sunken stuff because everyone's drunk and it's dark. So maybe. So far I'm not impressed, and I will not be changing my regime and sticking my head in a bucket of water every morning. I'm just gonna have a quick check-in. It's been about an hour now, and yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna go check in the bathroom mirror actually, because I feel as though it's got better over time. Shed some light on the situation so we can actually see what we're doing. I'm looking at it in the mirror and it still looks extremely cakey, but I think it's settled down a bit. I'm thinking it's not quite as harsh as it was. So yeah, I'm still not a fan of how tired I look. And I didn't look this tired when I actually put on the concealer and everything like that. It was the powder that sort of made that happen. But generally, it seems to be settling down. So maybe it'll be okay. What do you think? Does Mama look good? I'm going to take this as a yes. Okay, so I'm going to do final check-in for today. I can't wait to get this off. It is extremely itchy. So itchy, whereas my normal makeup isn't at all. Now that on camera it looks really good, but in real life it looks terrible. I'm going back to my bathroom mirror again. I just look super cakey, super duper cakey, and if I dare say it myself, something that I'd never ever thought I'd say, I look too matte. You guys know that my issue is that I have super, super, super oily skin. And it seems to have rectified that completely, but it looks so matte, my skin now looks dry. So that I'm not a fan of. On camera it looks really, really good, apart from my under eyes. It is really, really itchy on my face. Will I use this again? If I had something where I had a very, very long day and needed to have my makeup stay, then yes, maybe I would, because it hasn't really shifted on the face. But this is an issue for me, and it makes me look a lot more tired than I actually am. So yes, I probably would use this again for a night out or something like that, but other than that, no, I don't think I would. So yeah, that was me trying out the setting your foundation with the mortar method by shoving your head in a bowl full of water. Not a pleasant experience. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but not pleasant. Don't forget to follow me on social media, guys. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, or Beenafish. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you guys tomorrow.